Hey guys, it's me, Fatness, and I'm back today with another video. Today is going to be Big Chungus in this one. And yeah, alright, let's do it. Big Chungus!
Jungle, the Chungus sleeps tonight. Big Chungus is a meme on Reddit.
Here's what I ate today as a fat person who isn't trying to diet or lose weight. For breakfast, I had scrambled eggs with hot sauce, of course, some pancakes with Nutella, and iced coffee, because always iced coffee. A second iced coffee during my Target run, because coffee is life. And then for lunch, I had leftovers from yesterday's Easter, so I had a vegan loaf, some mac and cheese, beet salad, some honey mustard green beans, and scalloped potatoes. It was really, really good. And then for lunch, I had, dinner, I had the leftover pierogi and cabbage salad and vegetable salad that I had on Saturday night. And dessert, I had this gingerbread cake with apple butter filling. Oh my god, it was amazing. And an apricot pierogi.
This is a PSA for the skinnies. For the skinny bitches. If when you're shopping, you take your size small and medium and go put it in the plus size to hide it and save it for yourself for later, you can fuck all the way off. Like, honestly, it's so freaking rude. I don't think you guys have no idea, like, how slim pickings we already have as, like, fat and plus size people. All we can pick is shitty, ugly animal print and floral patterns. That's the shit we have to pick from. So when you put a really cute item and we're like so stoked about it, you pull the freaking item out and then you realize, oh, this is a XS. You have no idea how defeating that is. So please, on behalf of all the fat bitches who want to wear cute shit but can't, don't put your shit there.
How do you get a fat girl to sleep with you?
Hey buddy, designated fat girl here. Just want to let you know there's probably not enough cake in the world to get any one of us to sleep with you.
How's your Texas shaped waffle, my love?
That's delicious.
How much chocolate's on your face?
None. I'm a lady.
Oh.
I'm not, there's no chocolate. I covered my Texas waffle with vegetables.
Fatness changes everything. So I'm currently reading What We Don't Talk About When We Talk About Fat by Aubrey Gordon. And I'm thinking about the moment I realized that fatness was a marginalized identity. I grew up as a fat person, and I also grew up as an intersectional feminist, but I never included fatness in my analysis because I didn't think it was a marginalized identity. I truly didn't think that fatness played a role in the systemic inequalities I faced. But it wasn't until I occupied a larger body that I realized that anti-fatness and anti-blackness shaped the way I navigate through spaces. Like the fact that it took me 6 years to find out that I have PCOS. Or the fact that I'm applying for jobs right now and I'm being passed over for jobs I'm overqualified for. And when I go out to dinner with my thin friends, I have to think about if the seating is going to be accessible to me. These are things most people don't have to think about, but it is a lived reality for fat people. Fatness is a marginalized identity because it reshapes the way you navigate through spaces in a world that seeks to eradicate you. And when I understood that, I was able to make sense of a lot of things in my life. So yes.
Talk to me. Talk to me. Hello? Are you there? Are you watching? It is me, your host, Yiddies, and welcome to episode 34, Fats or Cap. So they want a plus-size, non-binary, mentally ill motherfucker. So you know what that means. We gotta go through their following list, and I wasn't expecting to be disappointed. They proved that that's what they want. So y'all better go check them out if you are interested and let them know that you're about it. Okay? So today they are not capping and it is straight facts. So do what you want with that information.
And you mean to tell me you don't want to get this? You don't want to get this? You don't wanna get this. You don't wanna get this.
I can get dick anytime I want.
I wish I didn't have to rhyme every time I sang. I was told when I get older all my fears would shrink, but now I'm insecure and I care what people think.
Can you talk about the assumptions that people make about you as a couple?
They don't. They assume that we're not together. We're always overlooked at airports. They definitely assume that we're not together.
Well, if we are seated next to each other, there are a lot of times that the airline staff will assume that I'm trying to move away from him because of his size, or we will be asked by a late middle-aged heterosexual white couple that wants to sit together, and they don't realize that we are also trying to accomplish the same goal.
Out of drag, I'm a big old black man. That's the last thing they would expect for me to be with Christopher.
Because my partner defies so many gender roles, I think that a lot of people see us as so outside of the box. It gives us sort of an opportunity to write a new script.
Gave myself whiplash on this one. Oh my god, yes. Literally no other choice. Sorry husband, but Zach will always win.
You know what the secret to confidence is? Not caring.
People in larger bodies give up their cultural currency when they stop dieting. What does that mean? Cultural currency is this idea that we have cultural value if we do certain things, if we look a certain way. It can be kind of related to privileges. Is that if you exist in a certain way in a certain body, you already have cultural currency. If you're in a thin body, you have a lot of cultural currency. If you're in a fat body, you don't have a lot of cultural currency. But the cultural currency you do have is if you are dieting, because then you are considered a good fat person. Shout out to Intuitive Fatty, who has a great blog on good fatty versus bad fatty. So this idea is that when you choose to stop dieting, you give up that sense of inherent value because you are no longer existing in the norms of society. And that's a really hard thing for people to do, especially when they didn't have a lot of cultural currency to begin with.
Are you fat?
You don't have to be perfect or exceptionally great. You don't even have to be good.
But I do! I have to be all those things at once, all of the time.
I'm fat. I'm not desperate. I'm fat. I'm not ugly. I'm fat. And I don't owe you anything for being attracted to me. That's it.
Reasons why I, a fat person, never want to go to a gym again, part 12. For context, I was on the elliptical, and yes, I did have headphones in, although I could still kind of hear what was going on around me. Hey, so, I mean, it looks like all of the treadmills are taken right now. Should we just use one of the ellipticals? Only fat people use ellipticals because they're too fat to use treadmills. I mean, look. Yeah, I guess you're right. Guess we can just wait for a treadmill to open up then. Yeah, exactly. Should we take a selfie? Here, let's go this way. What do you think?
If you still recognize that the pandemic is real, then I need you to listen. I'm going to make this 60 seconds to share. I have been contacted by a couple of disability rights activists to be notified that the CDC is up to some new fuck shit. The CDC will soon be promoting a narrative of, you need to take care of your pre-existing conditions first. Now, to a lot of people this sounds benign, but it is not. Because it will turn into, you need to have taken care of your pre-existing conditions first. Because see how the death rate is so high? This is why. Because you didn't take care of yourself first. Basically, this would put all the blame on people who are sick, chronically ill, and disabled. This is likely setting the stage for the lawsuits that are to come. You know, employee lawsuits against companies for putting their lives at risk and not taking COVID seriously. Because if you remember at the beginning of the pandemic, a ton of people had to come forward that they had a disability or chronic illness in order to get accommodations to stay safe. And they are the very ones who their employers put at risk. The CDC wants to shift blame from corporations, companies, and policy to the individual to escape these inevitable lawsuits.